Hey everyone, we got another Choro-Q of a Nissan Skyline van, that being Japanese for station wagon, and it's got a Mooneyes livery. Mooneyes is like that hot rodding company from the 50s or 60s, was it? They're one of the early hot rod companies, but I'm not sure what association it has with a Nissan Skyline because I did a search and I couldn't see any photos of such a thing. I think it was just really a way for them to recoup the cost of their mold, just slapping on any sort of livery. I see other brands also putting Mooneyes on their castings, realistic looking things. Boy, I'm just looking back here. I don't see a date. I have no idea how old this is on this. Oh wait, there's a production dial at least on the base, but that could just be related to the base. So this is made in October of 2003. Does this have a date? Oh yeah. Okay, so this thing's from 2003. The chrome wheels, I don't know, they look kind of scratched already. I don't know if that was literally rubbing against the plastic, this side, which, well, it's a toy. But why they would, yeah, I'm guessing those, nope, they're instead of the tires. I guess it's just poor quality control. They look really scratched up. Or maybe this is used. I'm not sure. Anyhow, alright, so it says real Gimmick. That Gimmick being the trunk opens, I believe, based on the other one I have. Yep, so I don't know why that's a gimmick or something to get excited about. I think it'd be just as happy without that opening. But anyhow, yeah, I guess the highlight is the wheels just look like discs, because that's what Mooneyes was all about, just making flat aerodynamic wheel covers so people could hit the salt flats and try to break records. Now, it's not very common to get white wall tires in Choro-Q, but there they are. They're concentrically printed, although the rear white wall is not as thick as the front, so that's a bit weird. Maybe it's supposed to be. Yeah, I think maybe it's just this is messed up, this one. You can see it's quite reflective. You see the mirror finish on those things. That's where it was torn off the molding sprue, so a little bit rough. This is just a clear body, and then the paint everything else. If you kind of look here, you can see the clearness. It's like a smoked plastic color. And then the construction is a screw in the front and a tab in the back. And then it is a spring motor, so you could wind it up. You know, it will take off and get all scratched up, so I gotta stop doing that stuff. Alright, so we do have a little turn signal painted orange, and that is raised. The Mooneyes thing there, some silver door handles, and those seem to be raised as well. The molded window things are raised, and then a fuel filler, and molded in silver painted bumpers. The headlights are silver, little grille detail here. Nothing related to Nissan. A little license plate area is blank. A little chrome thing here in this rib. And then big Mooneyes printing there. And then some ribs here. And then some floating, what am I saying? Windshield wiper blades. They're just floating in space. It's funny. Alright, plane up there. A little bit of orange peel. Not the greatest paint process. This side, no fuel filler. Otherwise, it looks symmetric. And then we have a little, like a paper sticker of the Mooneyes thing here. A little exhaust pipe sticking out there. And then, I don't know, maybe these are backup lights, these silver things. But the brake lights are cool because there's a little bit of silver around them. Okay, well, yeah, that's not much to it. You can't even put much in the trunk, so it's kind of silly, I think. But, yeah, it is meant for kids. And, I like Choro-Qs because I don't expect them to look perfect because they're not realistic looking vehicles. Let's take a look at a few others. So here's the same casting van, but it's a Nissan service one, and I 3D printed my own wheels. I forget what these wheels are called. I think they belong to Volkswagen. Anyhow, I just used some putty so I can get that crazy camber and turning and all that stuff. I definitely like this one more, but yeah, it's nice to have variation, I guess, in your collection. And you really can't see the taillights so well on that. And in fact, it doesn't even have silver for those backup lights, if that's what they are. Here's a regular coupe, and then I have some metal photo etched wheels. They're meant for like Hot Wheels, I think. And again, just posing like that. Here's the original Skyline when it was called Prince Motor Company. So Prince became part of Nissan, but there was the Skyline Sport. That's a much bigger casting in general. Doesn't look really to size with the other ones. But even bigger than that is this RC car body of this S&T Sneaklo R27. And I just 3D printed my own chassis and have some. These are 1/43rd scale tires in the back, and these are Real Rider Hot Wheel things in the front. 3D printed my own wheels though. Okay, so some early Skylines there from let's get this thing coasting on its own here. That's my idea of a salt flat. It's basically just white sandpaper. My little Lego driver. Not sure how she would fit inside that Choro-Q, but it's a cartoon world. She can do it. Alright, well, anyways, yeah, another fine Choro-Q. It's interesting, the Mooneyes thing. It's not particularly the greatest wheel, in my opinion, but it is part of automotive history, just putting some discs onto things to go faster. And if electric vehicles and stuff want to get better mileage, they would do the same thing. But a lot of car stuff is just about styling, not necessarily efficiency. Okay, well, thanks for watching today. We'll see you the next time we do a Choro-Q. Bye.